Auntie Yinka Davies, it's a pleasure to have you on the Deep Dive. I'm excited to have you. I'm a huge fan of your work for many years. I know you're squeezing. You don't want to be called auntie, but really,
thank you.
That's special to me. It's a pleasure to have you on the Deep Dive. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And you have such a fascinating body of work that cuts across musical production, stage performances, visual arts, and which you have all excelled in. But I'd just like to start from the very beginning. Your father, who served in the Air Force.
Yes.
Comes
Me,
from
Daddy.
Sierra Leone, Benin Republic.
Oh yeah, the descent. Yes,
yeah,
a descendant of those people.
Found his way back to Nigeria.
Yes.
And married your mother, who was from Ikorodu. First time, how did they meet? And
Don't
what was
ask
it like
me.
growing up?
Those are things that I cannot. In fact, even us, we've been trying to find out from those human beings that are like this. 2 poles apart, forget it. But then I think Daddy was in force. He was training. He was, they always go at the Nigerian armed forces. Then used to train the men outside of the country. So you hear that it's gone to Russia, 3, 4, 5 months, not back. What kind of life is this? Where is he going? He's going for training, aeronautic engineering. So he was like the best, and even in Royal Air Force, the best.
Wow.
So by the time he came out, UK, Nigerian, we were training our men, and they were bringing those, intelligences back to Nigeria. It was incredible.
I mean, you once said somewhere that the first guitar you saw was your father's guitar.
I'm telling you.
Did he used to play the guitar too?
We were too young, so we didn't know that he was a musician. We just knew he was always calculating something, and those calculations. But maybe maybe he was an aeronaut, so those things can drive people crazy. You just see something, it's a ruler, X by, so he's just because of his C-130 plane.
Yeah.
That's it. So but when we're children, if I remember 7, 8 in Kano, because we were in Kano. I grew up a little bit in Kano. Spoke Hausa, spoke Kanuri, spoke Fulani, spoke Birni, spoke Hausa, and then Almajiri have their own language too, the slang. So you cannot hear what they're saying, I spoke all of it. But I remember he was saying, Yinka ni kulewe, and I don't know I didn't know what, because I couldn't speak Yoruba at the time. But he would just play the guitar, and that was the only time I ever saw him play it. But I never forgot the song.
Interesting.
I think it was 76, 77. Yeah.
I mean, so he played a lot of Sam Cooke in the house.
Yeah. Oh my God. By the time, my brother, there's no Sam Cooke, Bing Crosby, Bing, all those Bing people, Bing. He was playing all those country music. And then, he played a lot of them. But
it was your grandmother that you stayed with, where you got to you listened to a lot of African music on her radio. But how did you move from staying with your dad to your grandmother? What's the story?
I don't know how to explain this one. If this one, we expose the expose, or we disgrace the expose. One of the two, let us deep dive it. It says deep dive, okay? Hey, deep divers. It is not a joke at all. When in the north, it is normal for children, especially girls, to be married. Deep dive, you have come to look for trouble. Okay. I didn't know that all my friends, Alagaje was gone, Amina, died of cholera. I remember a host of them, all children. At the age of 6, 7, 8, you were prepped to be married. It's the north. Any girl that is past 10, especially in the area that I lived, past 10, you're old. You're old. So automatically, you begin preparing yourself to be married at the age of 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, I was preparing. By 8, I think I was so sure I was getting ready to be gone. But I didn't realize the kind of mental distortion I was doing to myself as a child. But that is the typical, which is why when that Chibok thing happened, and they said there were children at 13, 14, 15, they were too old. I'm sorry, this is not funny, but this is the truth. Any child, only few of them would tell you, I am this, like, you know her, Leah Sharibo. Few of them will stand against and say, people like me, I have friends, so all of us, Aligaje is gone, so we'll do the Awure and everything. Gone. Ah, okay, I'm next. And I started doing my Alwala. And my daddy caught me, picked me up, tied me to the ceiling hanger, used his belt. The next morning, the C-130 took us back to Lagos, and that's how I became a Lagosian till today.
Wow. So that singular move saved you from getting married as a child. So yeah, I mean, it was in Lagos that you started to watch the Barbage show that Aladdin.
No, from the north actually.
Oh, it was even airing in the north at the time.
Everybody, Balamila show, Yum Yum, name the show. Even Zebediah, everything was going. Nigeria is Nigeria. You can see everything. You see the National Theatre. It was from the north. I saw the National Theatre, so it wasn't like I saw it anywhere. I saw everything. I was watching, even though we were more, Kununzaki, all those, the Masara, me and Kubewa, all those things. We're just northern. I'm just a northern babe.
But you said you talked about watching his show, Aladdin's show, and you realized that there were very few female musicians that appeared. What was that like a confidence booster for you to want to be the one who broke the glass ceiling, or was it a demoralizing experience?
I do not know what it was. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't what. Maybe I see all those shows. Remember there was Yvonne Maha. There was Yvonne Maha. There was I wanna feel your love. I think that's her. Great Nigerian artist. Great. Before Mama Auntie, I know Auntie Yinka. I'm not calling the great names. I'm just calling the ones that people don't even remember. Not Auntie Yinka. I love you, Auntie. Happy birthday, belated. So I do not know what it was. Maybe rebellion started subtly, seeing that only men appear on TV, and that the men, it's not that the women come out small trickles, they come out, but not like they own a show. But I saw there was a particular television, if you remember, well, I don't think you do, but sorry. there was a TV advert, Joy. There's Sadness and Joy, the magazine, Atoka. That's how I learned to speak Yoruba. I watched Koto Ashikba. That's how I started learning. I shut down everything I needed to. I mean, I shut down the north. People next to me, there were people next door. I could have spoken my Hausa, but I just wanted to learn how to speak Yoruba because I couldn't speak at all. Then this song. She's beautiful, she's lovely, she can get your breath away. She gives Uncle Cream. The bottle like this, like it has some sort of bottom. Sorry, radio. It has this shape and just has a Uncle Cream bottle with Uncle every day. And I remember every note for note, tone for tone. The horn, the groove, the bass line. Till today, like, I love that woman taking possession of the street crossing the street, not even stopping any car stops. Ha! Oh boy, I did it too. That's how I got that.
Yeah.
Oh, now you know why. It was because of, I mean, mentally, it has been a thing for me. I crossed the street. You have to pause.
You talked about not seeing enough, and I know I'm fast forwarding.
No, don't fast. Let's go back.
Because even more recently, there's always this debate amongst young people, particularly on social media, that you have the male artists, today bringing a lot of young males through the system. Olamide, for instance, brings on a lot of young men, puts them on, they become famous, they become superstars. And a lot of other young men do that. They bring people from the streets, of course. Some exploit them, take advantage of them, but you see a lot of young men putting their homies, if you like, on the beat. But we never see that happen with the female artists. Of course, there are very few mega successful ones,
yes.
But I'd like to ask you why it's a lot different for the female artists to be able to bring young female talented artists on, put them on, help them become famous, and help them become superstars in the way that the men do.
It's a very delicate question. Why? Because it's maybe because I'm let me use myself as an example. There are like, this is a different terrain.
Yeah.
Where entertainment is not seen as anything important. I'm sorry, I have to say this, it's true. It is only important when you go out there, not when you're here. And so, someone like me will say, I'm going to make it here, and I'm going to be important here, and I don't care what you say, I will be important here. Now, that is what you call swimming against the tide. It's not that I don't want to go out. It's just that this is the land I'm placed. And we must have examples to say this is what applies here. Yes. And however long it's going to take, I will still bear it. So there are some rebellious children like us that will not give two hoots until you bend. Somebody's got to bend, and it ain't gonna be me. Because I'm still gonna stand on the day of having the best time of my life in my country. It's not that I can't leave. It's just that I won't leave. It's a decision. Let another person take that decision. Now, the thing is, because you're swimming against a tide, you may find yourself alone in a lot of ways. The question is, how long are you willing to bear it? Which is the reason why we may not have that much hangers-on, as it were.
I see. Let's go to 1985, but first I must admit that, you have been successful at a number of things that, sometimes it's a bit hard and difficult.
Thank you, Lord.
To tell, which took off first. But I assume that, your career as a visual artist, when you walked into the national theaters, and you met with the likes of Bassi Effiam, if I'm correct?
Yay! The great!
Tell me how that encounter, unfolded, and how that launched you out, as a talented, artist.
I didn't know anything about art. I was just gate crashing everything. I had seen the National Theatre, like I said, in Kano. So set 7, first act 77. It wasn't like I was saying, oh, I want to go there when no. I was just like, I was so sure. It's as long as it's in Nigeria, somehow, I don't know when, we will see it, Sha. I believed, okay, by this time I was in Lagos. Being a visual artist, when I was in this is bad. When I was in secondary school, from Form 1, I've been escaping every class. Children, don't do it too. It's bad. Don't be like me. They will look for me. I'm not far. I'm either in the farm or with Mr. Vidal. Mr. Vidal is the visual artist. He draws. As he's drawing, I'm following. From Form 1. By the time I got to Form 3, so when I say, what did you go to school? What did you study in school? Oh, it's fine, it's fine. I wasn't learning anything. I was busy coasting in my head. How can it? Do you know when they say that some children go to put their mothers through a lot, or they're this kind of children, God have mercy. What kind of children? What kind of people did I be? What kind of child did I born? That kind of thing. And I really am grateful that the school kept me sane. The school kept me like the straight and narrow. Then I got to Form 4. Then we went on excursion. The visual arts, B.C. Fake, the late B.C. Fake, then Abiodun Olaku, who is still incredible till today, incredible painter. And that was how I decided not to go to school again. Hey, come and see Begging. I'm still in the National Theatre. I'm not going back to school. Secondary school, just finish, just one more year. From 5, just one more year, just finish. No, I've seen the National Theatre. And that was it. It's okay, just finish. And do you know I repeated Form 4? Because I was gone. I was in love. I had seen what I was singing in Kano. Yeah. Now, in my very before, you think people like, children like this, you beat them, they're just almost, I'll be born. Like the one that's called, the child that's like, I can't interpret it, but you will understand it later, yeah. So that's it. And Daddy Biodolaku, Bisifake Biodolaku, Osiemi. Oh my God, Archibald, fresh Archibald. I was there for about 6-7 months or something. I was, getting better at my drawings, getting better at my sketches, getting better at now getting into painting and ceramics. I was slowly in carvings. And then Fred Archibald saying, "Come follow me, make we go paint." Because since I already started now, so this one no go hard. Just go, let us go do all for these people. And then I saw they were on that stage was Charles Ukbong. He's still great. He's still an actor, stage actor, incredible stage actor. Acting The Marriage of Anansewa. By this time it was 1987. So I had been in theater, drawing, but not. I was at the Universal section, the Universal Studios, drawing. I think that was when I met Shegwa, aka Shegwa Rinse. He saw me as I was drawing. So I'd seen him, but I didn't know anything about anything. I was just a student now, and I've been begged to finish secondary school. Nonsense. Okay, so I'll finish for them now, but I'm still coming back here, So just rebellious children like that. That's me. I'm sorry, children, please don't be like me. Then I was doing doing just the normal thing, like I love what I'm seeing right now. And I saw them move left, move right, center, exit. My drawings are moving. That's the first thing I said to myself. My drawings, like what I'm drawing, they're moving. Humans are moving. And that's how I became a fine art. I left the visual art to become a performer. Can you imagine? You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
So that's where you met Effiong at the performing.
No, he was the director
of the play at the time.
Yes, yeah. Marriage of Anansewa. Basi Effiong. Bless him, rest his soul. Yeah, he was the director, 1987.
And that was when, soon after, you performed that Things Fall Apart.
Yes, I did not. I left. Nobody understood what happened to me, because the reason why I came to the theater was because of my visual. I wanted to be a great, because there was a particular sculptor, her name is Veronica. Oh my God, she carves this oh my God, some intense artist carving and drawing. Like, I got lost because I saw my drawings moving. And I started to move with my drawings. I became an actor, a stage actor.
I once spoke with, Jimmy Sholanke, who I had, and I asked him, how he felt that the glory days of stage seemed to have been over, behind us, when thousands of people would queue across the country to go watch stage plays. Do you feel that sense of loss too, that the country has moved beyond stage plays? I know that people like Bolani Austin Peters are trying to bring that back, with fantastic productions that she's done. But how did we lose that culture for going to watch plays at the theaters, and how can we bring those glory days back?
I said the first mistake we made was not addressing whatever was on the table at the time. It kept sweeping things in the carpet. We kept sweeping things in the carpet. We never addressed one to the end of it and then move on to the next. We never addressed anything. And so when it came crumbling down, it
collapsed.
It didn't collapse. It's in comatose. It's still asleep. It's not gone anywhere. It's still there. Everything is still there. But you just can't seem to. Nobody cares.
Really sad. Fast forward 92, you were nominated by the Fame Awards. FAJ, I remember him so fondly.
Yeah, fun! Yeah!
I think you won an award in that ceremony.
I was wondering exactly what that one was about. I won't lie. That year.
How did your foray, into music, begin? Because you stumbled on visual art.
I've been gate crashing. Just say no, gate crash. Correction of English. Correction of gate crashing.
How did you gate crash into the music industry?
You see, doesn't it sound nice? Doesn't Well, I said about the let me do it. You are making me go back nicely, and I like it. So let me go. So I saw my drawings move, right?
Yeah.
I saw my drawings move, and I thought, oh my God, my drawings are moving, and I became, member of the theater. I was dancing. No, I was acting, stage right, stage left. So many people tried to help me to wake up. I tried, but eventually when I got round to it, I saw this woman, 6'1", 90 kilograms, Ghanaian, stocky, and I saw her, and I fell in love with her. She was a dance teacher. 87, late 87 into early 88. Son of man, I boned theater because of her. I boned. Hey! I wanted to do anything she would do, any dance, anything. If she jumped, I wanted to jump. But her size was my trip. Do you know? As in 1981, 82, they had gone with the great Christy Esiani to Korea. It was in Korea. She got her limousine, if you remember, Auntie Christy. They gave her a limousine. 2 different buttocks, African buttocks, were behind this. They were dancing. That Mama Michelle. You see them, beautiful women in Korea, Seoul, Korea. They love Christian Senibokwe. They came back. They may not win. They gave them a plaque. I don't know who gave her limousine, but I know she brought a Cadillac to Nigeria. That was how. When the lady told me that I said, I knew you, and from that time I was small. I was so sure I was going to meet one of these buttocks, this beautiful. But I was 12, 13. I just didn't know exactly when I was going to see her. So you see, I boned them before I realized it was the person I was looking for. Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I saw the bomb I wanted looking for. I was looking for the bomb and I followed that bomb straight. For 2 straight years, I was blind. I was too in love. 88, 89, 90. Then I said I was going to go back to school. Can you imagine? Now I woke up. Don't forget. I had said I'm going back to school. Yeah, I should go back to school. What am I doing? Where was I? I left 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. I'm going back to school. Yeah, I need to go back to school. My dance teacher now said, is it because you're fantastic? No, I just want to go back to school. I don't know. I feel like going back to school. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to read when I go to school. Then I got pregnant. By Fame Awards, I was wondering what they were giving me. Because, you see, I was like, I'm either here nor there. I'm neither here nor there. I'm neither with the theater. I'm not with the acting. I'm not with the dancing. I was just feeling good. Gate crashing has now become what? Just hobby. Just having fun. You're called here, you're called there, you're gone. 2 seconds, you're there. But music was the least of my problem. Why? Because there's no life in it. I'm coming from a place where they drill the living daylights out of you. Yeah. They drill. You're drilled. My God. You don't even remember having your bath because you're busy jacking scripts into your brain. And dance, I danced 8 hours non-stop. The dance, by the time, dance was for me, I don't want to say some nasty things on TV. Radio. Sorry. You're saying, you're busy listening to me. My friend asked me a question, Jared, let me give you an answer.
The Lagbaja's album, the Side by Side.
Oh, no. I think it was 92.
It was 92 also. But you worked in production with Lagbaja to produce his first Side by Side album.
Then, yeah, I remember. But it was a Colors band I was with.
Okay.
It was. There's a group. Let me see. Let me retrace. There was a group. A group called Colors Band. Yeah. And then by this time, nightclubs, night bars were happening in Lagos. It was still happening, but I didn't know anything about nightclubs or anything. That's why I said I gate crashed everything. I was just gate crashing. I'm trying to remember correctly. The group, the Colors, the head, the leader of it, they saw me and they said, "Oh, we like the way you sing. Do you know how to do this? Huh? This is easy now. Is it not theater? Just get, what am I supposed to say? I just started. It's very easy, Joe." So that was, they said, "Okay, we're going to record soon. Can you please come and help us in our..." At that time, I don't think there was a Lagbaja. I don't think so.
Maybe, there wasn't, because I don't think so. Album,
no, there was no Lagbaja, but there was a group I know called Colors. And so we recorded everything. We did the recording, did a lot of things, did Side by Side, I did Yolua, and that was it. And I left, and I got pregnant. You see?
So before we talk about that,
that's how I left everything now.
Where the Lagbaja story intrigued me was the fact that I wanted to ask you actually saw the man behind the mask.
No. You see, the beauty of that of respect is, this is what this person wants. You leave them to do what they want. Let them decide whenever they are willing to do. It's their business. It's not my business. So I don't interfere. I've been trained nicely when I was not aware that I was being trained. Now I know I've been trained to shut up when you are to shut up. Well, you have to.
We can take it that you know the man behind the mask.
I hope. That's a better way to put it. I hope I do, but I'm not. I don't even care. Whoever is it. Do you know we had about 3-4 languages before this one?
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. So what am I supposed to tell you? We had one short man. Then by 95, the accident. After the accident, I had stick. By this time there was another language. So what are you talking about?
Anyway.
So that's why I said the respect is. This is who they are, and this is how they want to. This is about, I think, the fourth one. This is the fourth one.
I mean, you had the accident in '94, broke a leg.
January,
right?
Yes.
And I mean, you wrote somewhere that you thought you were going to lose your ability to dance. How traumatizing was it to break a leg when your legs were essentially your tools and your that's essentially what your claim to fame was.
Yeah. And I said, yeah. We thinking. I didn't realize I was going to be a singer. I didn't want to be a singer.
Yeah.
I just love dancing. I miss it. But I haven't done it in years, so.
Did that take dancing away from you completely?
Sort of. In a way, yeah.
How did that feel?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I'll think about it when I leave your place.
You can't tell me it was so easy for you to let go.
There's something we didn't realize as people of... We don't belong to ourselves. We don't think for ourselves. Theater does not give you that room to think for yourself. All you think about is what is on the table. Once you're done, because the next is coming. So you don't have time to think about yourself. Music, on the other hand, is for you see. Now, that life, because I did not go through that understanding. I didn't know how to place me in the presence of sound. So there's the conflict of interests and the need to now, how do you weave you into that I am, when it is not an I am thing. It's a teamwork. If you and so how long are you going to allow yourself? I don't want to use a very heavy word regarding, because I miss theater. I will tell you that one for free. I miss who we are. The reason why I learned Yoruba was because they are so animated every day. When a child offends this person in the street, 77 mothers are going to get up. And 77 mothers, before that child gets to his house or her house, 77 mothers have dealt with that child. So there's no way that child can come to tell you, what? The response, the reaction, it's amazing. Have you seen Ogori Elemosho? Have you seen Ogboju Odeninu Gborumole? The Forest of 1,000 Demons by Amos Tutuola. Is it Amos Tutuola or somebody? Did you read Alawiye in school? Did you read Kotwashikpa? Did you read Atoka? And these are the beauty, the fragments, the yards, the threads that formed Nigeria. I don't want to let go of those ones. I want to keep them. And not because the fabric, I don't want to let it go. I'm still hanging on to them. I'm still holding on to them. That's why you see me not even bothered whether they are rich, you are poor, you're alive, you're successful, you have one room, you live under the bridge, I'll follow you.
You talked about the son you had, during your, one of your finest years, crashing from visual arts to music. And I read recently how sad it was to lose that son, 2-3 years ago, if I read correctly.
Correct.
He must have been your closest companion, over the years. And how difficult was it losing?
I told you, you don't belong to yourself. So, you don't go back. It's like a proverbial ostrich that gives birth to an egg and straightly forget. That ostrich is not wise. See, the Lord has removed the wisdom of that ostrich. The wisdom to even think of his child does not. And you now look like you are a dangerous woman to be with. Okay, if that's the case, then let me be me and let me be alone. It is a very dangerous walk, being an actor. If you really believe in being an actor, it is a dangerous walk. However, the rewards of it, I don't know. Is it the reward? Or is it just because you enjoy being there? It's the world of make-believe. And so something has helped to keep you away, and then I bless the Lord. I love my God. I love God. I love you, Daddy. I love you. I thank you for helping me, especially to keep me sane in this insane world. Thank you, Daddy. So, I'm alive. He's going to be with him. I am not going yet. Stay where you is. Your daddy's your daddy. He's my daddy too, but man, my daddy, I'm alive right now. So I see, and I'm able to bear. It's not a joke. No, we don't pray for anybody to lose their own children, especially at the peak of their about the time they're to bloom, because that's about the time he was to bloom. So he would have been 30 when he went.
You went on. I think you've released about 2-3 musical. Two albums.
Yes, sir.
You've performed in about 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, about yeah.
12.
Still coming up, and counting. That's the way to put it. Yeah, and counting.
But which would you describe as your most important project? Be it music, be it stage play, be it painting. Which would you consider your most important project, and why would you say that is the one for you that you hold so dearly?
Oh, I don't know. Everything is as important as the one before or after. Nothing is small. Even sitting with a child inside a gutter is incredible. It's an incredible feeling. You never get away from such effects. When the market woman is, they're going to the market around Marina, and you are in the car. And the first thing, I won't lie to you, the people that have recognized me have been people I did not expect to recognize me. The market woman, Yinka Davies! Hello! And she's going to the market. You can see her, scruffy, yes, but she knows you and she knows your name. Now, there's nothing, you can't top that. You can't. I was coming out of Musan Center one time. There's some area boys around those areas into TBS and all those scruffy looking men. And I was scruffy too when I don't, this is too decent, obviously. You can understand what I'm saying. When I look this good, it's not intentional. It is for them. But me naturally, you see me on the street, you say, oh my God, what kind of woman is this? And that's exactly how I looked this very day. And this gentleman, I have to use the word gentleman. Of course, they're all drunk, all those things, and you can smell and the smoke up in the air. And then the person with without hesitation said, Miss Davies, and he took out his hat and he continued doing his I salute. What kind of reward are you looking for? When you have such effect in your life and they're like ingrained, indelible, this is it. This is what we're here to do, to give you. That's what entertainment is meant to teach people, to help them, to shape the character, the culture, to mirror the world. Not only to mirror, but to actually help the people, enhance them and direct them. Because you see, a lot of people don't care. They just want to have a good time. When you have a good time with sense. Can we have a good time with sense? Can we try to have incredible time? Go to the beach, stay on the beach. But no, come on, when it now becomes something you don't understand, what are we doing? You know? So, if I deviated from where you took me to, I don't know.
Because you touched on what the role of entertainment is supposed to be.
We're town criers, my darling.
Out of my mouth, because I was going to ask you that you spent over 30 years in this industry, and you know, so you have some sort of a bird's eye view of how far we've come. Where do you see this industry going, and what do you want to see happen in this industry? To achieve the kind of goal that you talked about?
Right now, the industry needs to get to the end of itself. You cannot force anybody. They have to get to the end of themselves. Like right now, the way we see things, the way things are right now, you have to get to the end of yourself. You know what I said? I'm unapologetically, I'm in love with this language. I'm Nigerian, but I love the way the language, it's so poetic.
Having spent several years dancing, performing, doing vocal trainings,
hopefully
you look over 30 years of your life's work. Do you have any regrets whatsoever?
Don't regret. Learn from mistakes while you're alive. Correct and move. Don't regret. The only regret I'll have, I must not even do. I can't. It's unfathomable. I can't even think it. So where were we? Hey, Jesu yo atirino inigba.
So looking ahead.
Yes, sir.
What is Yinka Davies going to be gate crashing in future?
What
you will be looking forward to seeing?
Honestly, oh, son of man, take it. Chop knuckle. Oh God, do you know, like I told you, the last one you asked me, and I said I hadn't thought about it. Since what was that one? It wasn't about the breaking of the leg that I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
I still haven't. I'm yet to think about that one. Even that. Okay, well, I haven't done as well. Now I want to in fact, you know, I've always loved being a farmer. Like I told you, when I was in secondary school, if I was not in the farm, I'm with Mr. Vital. At last I got to a particular thing, when they say one kind of business school or something, so I did it with the United States Information Service, AWE, said awesome women entrepreneurs, women, awesome, so AWE, and I thought about it, wait a minute, I've always loved construction. It is still part of building. So I'm not far from, which was the reason why I left the theater, remember the fine arts section, to go paint the wall, which is a set building. Why can't I just go ahead and do it? And so I can, you see, I've been trying to, like I got here immediately, I was like, oh my God, yeah. That's it. So I'll get crashed on that one. I'm gonna get crashed, those people.
Colorful as you appear, it's how colorful your life is, to swing and to switch from careers and industries, and we look forward to what you do with construction. I'm sure that you your glamour and all.
I hope. I so hope.
Fascinating way to draw the curtain on our conversation. It's been incredible talking to you, Yinka Davies, and I look forward to your new exploits in the future.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Thank you. Have a long.